Hey, I'm Sabrina, and this is Curtis. And 3 years ago, we sold most of what we owned and moved onto our sailboat Taku, a 1981 Fraser 36. We have spent the last 3 years saving, sailing, and outfitting Taku for a trip of a lifetime. Join us as we leave our hometowns on Vancouver Island, Canada, and sail our boat south to Mexico and beyond.
Hell yeah.
On October 21st, we rounded the infamous Cape Horn of the Northern Hemisphere, Point Conception. While this cape is commonly known for its crazy weather phenomena, we luckily passed by with a beautiful 15-knot breeze, calm seas, and were greeted by a pod of dolphins. We set our course for San Miguel Island, the westernmost Channel Island and the most dangerous of the Channel Islands to approach. Once we anchored, we were eager to make our way to shore to check out the 4 different types of pinnipeds that gather here throughout the year to breed and pup. So we're already leaving San Miguel Island. The winds really started to pick up while we were in there, and the swell was rolling in and we were taking it from the side. It was blowing about 20, 25 and they were calling for 30 and there was a gale watch, so we just didn't really feel comfortable being anchored in there anymore. So we are headed over to Santa Rosa Island. We should be getting in at about 9:30 tonight. It's about a 4-hour sail, but we are going pretty fast right now, so we are sailing with just our Genoa up. There's not a whole lot of swell out here right now, so it's a pretty comfortable ride. And yeah, a lot more comfy than sitting at anchor at San Miguel. So last night as we were sailing over to Santa Rosa Island, we turned on our engine just to go anchor, and our engine started making this really crazy noise. It was like skipping and winding, and we couldn't go into forward, we couldn't go into reverse, and we were just coming into land. We're about this far in, so we ended up just dropping the anchor. We were only in about 40 feet of water, so it worked out, but we had no protection all night. So after inspecting last night, it looks like we have some issue with the transmission. Engine turns on, we can't go to forward, we can't go into reverse. We've got no cell service here, so we're just waiting for the gale warning to be over, and then we're gonna sail over to Santa Barbara, and we're gonna have to sail on and off anchor and then hopefully get towed into a marina and probably get our transmission rebuilt at this point. Curtis has been diagnosing it right now as best as he can without any cell phone reception with our diesel mechanics book that we have. And he's tried checking the cables. Doesn't look like it's the cables. He's tried a couple other things, so unfortunately it's kind of looking like we need to get our transmission rebuilt. Santa Rosa Island. I don't think we'll be exploring it too much. We're just trying to stay safe here at anchor. We've rode out the storm for the last couple days and the winds have finally eased off, so we are going to try to sail off anchor now. So we have sailed off anchor. That was the first time we've sailed off anchor. We're doing pretty good right now. The wind is really light. We're going about 2.2 knots right now, and we're headed over to the southeast anchorage in Beecher's Bay because the wind is supposed to pick up from the south tonight. There's still a gale watch on, so we're gonna go tuck in over there, and then probably tomorrow, the next day, head over to Santa Barbara. We got some mail coming in there, and then we're going to decide whether or not we're going to get our transmission fixed in Santa Barbara or Ventura. Well, we were going nowhere fast, so we're just gonna use our little outboard to give us a little bit of a push. Honestly, it's working pretty good. We're going about 2.5 knots. We were not moving at all before we started to push with the dinghy, so this is progress, and we're headed in the right direction now. We're heading right over there. You can see there's a catamaran anchored over there. We left at the same time. That catamaran anchored like 3 hours ago. We sailed from Santa Rosa Island over to Santa Barbara in 20 knots of wind to inspect our transmission issues. After taking a better look at our transmission and talking to Curtis's dad and his mechanic friend Tanner, we found out that it wasn't actually the transmission, but rather the drive plate. Luckily, Curtis was able to do the work himself. He removed the transmission and pulled out the old drive plate. We waited just over 1 week for the new drive plate to come in. Once it arrived, we realized our plate was modified, so we had to take it to a machine shop to have it customized. So that's the transmission that we had to take apart, and then the damper plate goes right in between here, and you can see these splines. Essentially the splines in our old one completely wore out, so it was just spinning. We had a hard time kind of figuring out what size damper plate to put in here, but we found out that the one that was in ours was modified, so we had to take it to a machine shop. And they had to bring down the size and add a couple more holes to mount it. So hopefully this fixes the problem. Curtis has been doing all the work himself. So we're gonna go ahead and put the damper plate in. Hopefully it takes only a few hours, and hopefully we're back up and running. But Santa Barbara hasn't been too bad of a place to be broken down. The holes that were drilled out by the machine shop were slightly out of line, so Curtis had to file them out in order to make them line up. We're just testing out going into forward, going into reverse, because that's one of the things obviously we couldn't do when our drive plate was worn out. Forward. So we are here in Malibu. We sailed here from Santa Barbara. It's so beautiful here. There are some incredible homes that are along the beach here. Sailed here not really by choice. We ran into some issues with our head, so we had to stop here to do some repairs. We originally planned to sail to Santa Catalina, but just with the repairs that needed to be done, we decided that we would just jump over to Malibu. So hoping to head over to Catalina tomorrow. It should be about a 9-hour sail, and then from Catalina I think we'll just head to San Diego and grab our packages before we check into Ensenada. Alright, we're here in beautiful Catalina. We've been moored here for about, I don't know, 5 days or something like that. We're gonna head out this afternoon. They have a deal going on here. I think maybe it goes on most of the year, but buy 2 nights and get 5 nights free. So we took advantage of that and we're loving it here so far. Hey Kurt?
It's pretty beautiful.
It's pretty nice. Oh yeah, we're going to do some laundry.
That's us.
That's us, yeah. Right there. That mast, that boat. So we're gonna head to San Diego this afternoon. It should take about 17 hours. And we're gonna spend a couple days in San Diego picking up some packages, spare parts and whatnot that we wanted to buy before checking into Mexico. And this time next week, we should be in Mexico. So we are getting pretty excited. Woo! All right, let's go. Thanks so much for watching. If you're enjoying our videos, make sure to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and if you want to go that extra mile, check out our Patreon. The link is in the description.